Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna show, or we are going to learn how to find mean using step division method. In my previous video I have shown how the way to find mean using assume mean method. Assume mean method and step division method are somehow same, because here also we have to assume the mean from the mid value. Okay, let's start. Exercise 17.1, statistic, question number 4. Here is the question: find the mean of the following frequency distribution using step division method. We are given a table containing marks and number of students. Here marks indicate class interval and number of students indicates frequency. The first class interval is 0 to 10 and the frequency is 12. 10 to 20, frequency 18. 20 to 30, frequency 27. 30 to 40, frequency 20. 40 to 50, frequency 17, and 50 to 60, frequency 6. To find mean using step division method, we have to make a table having 5 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. Here we have a table containing 5 columns and 8 rows. The first column is for marks. Here this marks indicates class interval. In second column, mid value, its symbol is xi. Mid value is taken from class interval. We have to add the lower limit and upper limit, then divide it by 2 to get mid value. Here in the class interval, the left side value are called lower limit of the class and the right side values are called upper limit of the class. And the next column, the third column, is for frequency. Here number of students are frequency are given in the question, but in the fourth column we have ui is given by xi minus a divided by h. Here xi stand for mid value minus a stand for the assume mean, which we have to assume a value for our mean from the mid value, and this h stand for length of the width. Here how to find length of the width, length or width. Yeah, see here we have lower limit and upper limit. Width of the class, we can say width of the class. You have to subtract this lower limit from upper limit to get this width. Okay, h, we can say h is height of the class. Also we can say height of the class. To get height of the class, we have to subtract lower limit from the upper limit. Okay, then the last column is for product of frequency and ui. We will have in this column ui, and the frequency is given in the question. Okay, let's find the mid value first. Mid value, let's add the lower limit and upper limit of the class. 0 plus 10 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. The first mid value we have 5. 10 plus 20 is 30 divided by 2 is 15. The second mid value we have 15. Then the third mid value 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30 is 50. Divide it by 2 and you'll get 25. 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. 40 plus 50, 40 plus 50 is 90, divide it by 2, 45, 50 plus 60, 110, divided by 2, we'll get 55. Okay. Now from this mid value, we have to assume a value for our mean. How to assume that value? We have to count the mid value. How many mid values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From this 6 mid value, we have to take the middle one. See, since our digit are even number, our number of mid values are even number, so we get 25 and 35 at the middle. So in this, we can assume either one values for our assume mean. Let's assume this 25 as our assume mean, a 25. Okay. Now we have a, xi, and h. H is of the class, the length of the class. See, 10 minus 0 is 10. Again here also 20 minus 10 is still 10. 30 minus 20 also 10. 40 minus 30, 10. 10, 10. That means width of this class is 10. We can say this h value is 10. Okay. Then since our assumed mean is 25, just write the ui value in that rows 0. Can assume na zona kan 0 lo ziak tap potila because 25 mid value ka 25 ania. 25 minus a is also 25. 25 minus 25 will be 0. So just write 0 in that rows. Then above the zeros you can write minus 1, minus 2, and below that zeros you can write 1, 2, and 3. That means you don't need to calculate it at all. Okay. If you calculate also, you will get the same values. A value ichu tani pon I calculate ni pon angai thau nei dona chobang tan all sum zong ati mai to tara 25 I assume mean zona 0 is yakanga achung lam panga minus 1, minus 2, anoi lam panga 1, 2, 3 ki zia thak mai khan all sum zok ani mo. Then for the next column, that is the column for product of frequency and UI. Here we have frequency and UI. We have to multiply these two. Then write in the last column. Okay, 12 into 2 is minus 24. 18 into minus 1, minus 18. Then 27, 0 is 0. 20, 1, 0, 20. 17, 2, 0, 34. 6, 3, 0, 18. Now we have product of frequency and UI also. Next step should be you have to add all these frequencies and write here. Frequencies, summation, frequency. Let's add 12 plus 18 is 30. 30 plus 27 is 57. 57 plus 20 is 77. 77 plus 17 is 94. 94 plus 6 is 100. Okay. Now frequency we have 100, and the last column product of FI UI also we have to add it. Product sum of product of FI and UI. Okay. So in this column we have a negative number and positive number. We have to add this negative number separately and this positive number separately, so that after adding again you have to subtract those number which are negative. Okay. Let's add minus 24 and minus 18. If you add minus 24 and minus 18, you will get minus 42. Then here 20 plus 34 is 54. 54 plus 18 is 72. Here we got 72, and in this we got 42. That means 72 minus 42. 72 minus 42 will be 30. 30. Okay, now we have frequency, sum of frequency and sum of the product of Fi and Ui. Now using the formula, we are going to find the mean. Remember our age value is 10. Okay, don't forget that, because here age value, remember how to take the age value. You have to subtract the lower limit from the upper limit. 10 minus 0 is 10, so our age is 10. Therefore mean x bar is given by, remember this is step division method. Its formula is a plus summation product of frequency and Ui divided by summation frequency into width of the class or length of the class. Now put their values. A here we assume 25A. 25 as our mean. Then product, sum of product of Fi and Ui, here we have 30. 30. Then sum of frequencies, frequency ka 100 ke main sum of frequencies 100 into age is 10. Okay, now cancel this 0 and 0, then this 10 and 10. What remains? 25 plus 3 are remain. Okay, then add this 25 with this 3, you will get 25 plus 3 is 28. This is our required mean. Okay, let's go through again. Here we have a question. Find the mean of the following frequency distribution using step division method. Then we are given a table, marks and number of students. Here these marks indicate class interval and number of students indicate frequency. 0 to 10 in this class interval, we have number of students 12. 10 to 20, number of students 18. 20 to 30, number of students 27. 30 to 40, number of students 20. 40 to 50, number of students 17. 50 to 60, number of students 6. It means 12 students got marks between 0 and 10. 18 students got marks between 10 and 20. 27 students got the marks between 20 and 30, and 20 students got the marks between 30 and 40. 17 students got the marks between 40 and 50, and 6 students got 50 to 60. Okay, these are their score both. That means we have to find the mean using step division method. To find mean using step division method, we need a table having 5 columns, and the number of rows is the number of you have to make. You have to count the table given in the question: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last, for the last column, rows also. That is the rows of total. We have to make 8 rows. Okay, table having 5 columns and 8. The first column is for marks, that is class interval. Second column is for, from this mid value we have a value for the next column, number of students given them. The third column is for UI, ui is given by here the formula xi minus a and h. This h stand for width of the class. uh, you have to subtract the lower limit of the class from the limit of the class to get this h. The last column is for the column of product of fi and ui. Now collect the values from the question. These are given the question and this also given the question. So in the second column we have mid value. Mid value is taken from class interval only. You have to add lower limit and upper limit, then divide it by 2 to get this mid value. 0 plus 10 is 10, divide by 2 is 5. 10 plus 20, 30, divide by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30, 50, divide by 2, 25. 30 plus 40, 70, divide by 2, 35. 40 plus 50, 90, divide by 2, 45. 50 plus 60, 110, divide by 2, 55. These are our mid values. From these mid values we have to assume the middle one as our assumed mean. So count the number of mid values. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have 6 mid values. Number of mid values in this question are even number. In this case you can take the two middle values. From these two middle values you can assume either one as our assumed mean. We can assume either one from these two values. Let's assume this 25 as our assumed mean. Then since this 25 is our assumed mean, and for the fourth column, that is ui column, you can write 0 for that values. Since 25 is our assumed mean, xi also 25. 25 minus 25 will be 0. So without calculating that 25 minus 25 divided by 10, just write 0. Then above that 0 you can write minus 1 minus 2, and below that 0 you can write 1 2 3 without calculating it. Okay, because if you calculate it you will get the same values only. It will take your time. Don't just waste your time in this column. Okay, just write minus 1 minus 2, 1 2 3. Okay, now multiply frequency and ui. 12 to the 24, 18 into minus 1 minus 18, 27 into 0 0, 20 into 1, 20, 17 to 2, 34, 6 into 3, 18. Okay, now add all these values and number all these frequencies values. Okay, we add it, then we got 100. Sum of frequencies